I was interesting to reply to the guy. I mean, there's stuff about sunspots and ocean currents. I mean, the IOPC and the Royal Society, the greatest scientists in the world, have taken those things into account. I would say I'm an environmentalist. I think it's a human-centered approach. If you look at the environmental movement in America, how it started, it was largely poor black communities suffering from air pollution. I have empathy for the people being kicked off their land, for mines, indigenous people being wiped away. That's a good reason to be environmentalist for human beings. I disagree with the dichotomy, which is like, well, either you love humans and human ingenuity, or you think all humans are bad and you're an environmentalist. I think that's a false dichotomy. I would say charities like Friends of the Earth are actually corrupt. They don't embrace things like nuclear power because they don't have an AGM, they don't let their members decide, and they're steadily moving towards being friends of the woke rather than actually embracing new solutions. And I'm an environmentalist. I actually am in favour of nuclear power, high-speed rail, and these are good things, and they're good for society. I was wondering about the blueprint and what you disagree with fundamentally. If there's a technological shift to electric cars, people and women being empowered to not have more than 3 or 4 children, all these are good things, and they're good for human society. Cleaner air in London. And again, another human-centred environmental group, Mums for Lungs. They just care about their children having clean air. I mean, that's not a conflict between humans and environment. That's both sides winning. And I think we should embrace environmentalism. If you're involved in Christian Aid or Oxfam, there are indigenous communities in Africa where the rains don't come and they are suffering, and they are human beings who are suffering. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm proudly an environmentalist. I would love to see, for example, charities like Friends of the Earth, Greenpeace, that they don't seem to have like a blueprint, which is like, okay, these are the reductions that we need. This is how we're going to meet it via renewable energy, electric cars, nuclear energy. No one seems to have written this blueprint. And I'd love to see that environmental blueprint for a greener world where human beings can flourish. And those details should be the things that we're disagreeing on, rather than this kind of neural shortcut of like, oh, environmentalists must hate all people and not want any children and want the economy to be destroyed versus, the opposite of that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Shara has written a book called Why Vote Green. There's a little bit of a manifesto commitment in there.